In 2020, we saw our strategic plan in action. Here are a few stories that show people who use Christian Horizon services putting hope in action this year.
In the previous year, we were setting goals for the upcoming year. Fraser had wanted to go parachuting. So we had the idea of contacting the iFly, which is like an indoor kind of skydiving experience.
She came down.
Harold, pretty much every day of the week, he was out in the community doing something.
Get ready. I get out early in the morning. We can make lunch. We're making lunch. Ready to go.
We were out for a walk with Moustafa, Kyle, and Harold, and it was a track. Moustafa actually went faster around the track. I thought, well, if he likes to go faster, let's try this as a sport. Do you like running?
Running.
Were you happy?
Happy.
Good job.
I was working at Pizza here in Thorold. That was a job that I enjoyed doing, and I had some other volunteer work.
I'm going to be there for her no matter what. Whatever it takes, she's number one to me. You know, and I named her Heaven because of that. And here she is, a beautiful baby.
And then all of a sudden, COVID hit. I think there was an anxiety for him because things aren't open right now. Like the iFly isn't open right now. We had been watching YouTube videos of skydiving, and I mean, Fraser would just beam when he watched these videos. And of course, that's when Jody came on the scene. And at his COVID check-in, she heard about his goals and she said, "Have you heard of the Oculus?" And we jumped on it. So the Oculus did provide a very good source of entertainment for him. So it was definitely helpful.
Outside parachute by myself.
You're a daredevil, hey? Hey, just be honest. When he saw the image, like at first it was like this look of shock. And then all of a sudden it was like ear to ear smile, like, and then the next thing we knew, his hands were in the air, and so he really did like enjoy the full experience. I mean, what started as parachuting has morphed into now, like, he goes to theme parks on his Oculus and does roller coasters, and he's done space exploration, he's done scuba diving, he's watched live concerts. We even had an Elvis concert, and he was amazed. What started as this one goal has now turned into him accomplishing all these things that he didn't even like think were possible.
I've supported Harold for about 7 years, and I think it was the first time I ever seen him not attend work. He stopped work, stopped church, all the day programs closed. Basically everything stopped.
I write Saturday over at 12:33.
It was very difficult for him to understand. He was so used to spending weekends with his family and at their house. We talked about how he could video chat, and so started using Facebook to video chat his sister. We used to arrange it that like the staff would come and assist him to call and assist him to hang up, and then one day they walked by and he was just on the phone with his sister. And so that was really exciting because his iPad's always in his room, he always has internet access. He was able just to, whenever he felt like it, call his sister. And then through that, he connected with Robert, who is the son of the host family that he lived with for many, many years. From there, Robert's sister has contacted Harold, Robert's aunts have contacted Harold.
Michelle, my granddad, my brother. And then Teresa, oh, my sister's Titi. I gotta call Titi.
It's very disappointing when we couldn't do what we normally did before COVID. I was in his room one day and I saw these medals on his wall, and he has this big poster of him with the medal, and he was a swimmer, and he was like the poster boy for Special Olympics. So I said, wow, you already have medals? How about we enter a race and get another medal? So Race for the Vaccine was mid-March, and Moustafa's mom came out for his event. Wow. Were you in a race?
Ready?
Amazing. Was mom there?
Mama there.
And she goes, go Moustafa, go. Go Moustafa, go. It's all about thinking outside the box, right? And doing the best you can with what you have. And we're hoping to get back to the old, but we're reinventing, like, what can we do now?
As soon as COVID started, I was not allowed to work. At the start, I wanted to give up, and I kind of did give up. I was sad. I really wanted to work, and because I wasn't allowed to, I got a little bit mad. There was other opportunities that came up, and I took those opportunities with full arms, and some of those opportunities was getting involved with the Christian Horizons Advocacy group. I just feel that people need to be heard, and they need to have a voice. And if people don't get involved, they're not going to have that voice. And I felt that I needed to get up and get my voice heard. I felt excited. It encouraged me to continue on and not kind of be down and out like I was. I had to pull myself up and go again, and that helped me.
Well, before COVID happened, I was in a shelter. I was going to school. The pandemic started and everything just kind of cut off. I had some difficulties with taking care of her, and she had to go into children's aid care. If I didn't get a place within the 2 weeks, Children's Aid would put her up for adoption. It was harder because once I get to the end point of the place, well, now they're saying that it's not available because of COVID. And I'm just like, oh my, like, where am I gonna stay? It was very stressful. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I really need my daughter. I went to the urgent response table and they were like, okay, Christian Horizons will allow you to come in. And I was like, thank God, like, you know, like God had answered my prayers. They gave me my own 2-bedroom apartment. They made sure that everything was okay with Children's Aid. Like, I'm very thankful. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have my daughter, you know what I mean? I would love to see that her graduate from school, go to college, grow up to become a responsible, mature young lady. It felt like I accomplished something big, you know? I did something with myself instead of me just always saying that, oh, I can't do it, when I really can.
A teenager.
When he said, I felt like a teenager, I got a little emotional because if you work with Fraser any amount of time, his loss of his mobility has been just a very difficult reality for him. The things that he is not happy about in his life, we were able to use this tool to not only give him hope, but actively have him experiencing hope.
The ability to video chat was definitely something that has really given him hope during this pandemic.
I knew that she was gonna come back into my care, and I just had to have hope, you know? I just had to think positive. I've learned that no matter how hard it is, you still gotta pull through.
Hope for me means hold on, pain ends. Pain does end. It doesn't go on forever. It might seem like it, but it doesn't. It's a tough thing for me to think about, but I know it's true. So this tattoo says, my story isn't over. It's a semicolon and it's in a butterfly. It's a lot of hope. In a sentence, a semicolon means you could have ended the sentence, but you carried it on. And I carried on.